If you're just clicking in, this video is part of a series where we're responding to 20 arguments against the existence of God. If you want to watch them all, then go ahead and click the link down below. Let's see what we got today. Objection number 20 and the final objection to the series. So far, I'm not an atheist, but maybe he saved the best for last. Let's see.
If God existed, he would smite me right now. I'm good.
That's a good one. So, does your challenge to God prove that he doesn't exist? Is God somehow obligated to do what you say just because you say it? God not becoming your personal puppet and striking you dead just because you say so doesn't necessarily mean that God doesn't exist. Perhaps there's better alternatives like, I don't know. Maybe God wants to keep you around here so that way everybody can see just how painfully awful the arguments against his existence really are. I mean, think of all the souls you're saving. If that's God's plan, I think it's working. Those arguments were pretty bad. So keep up the good work. God's using you, buddy. But on a more serious note, out of all of these 20 arguments against the existence of God, how many of them can actually be reasonably followed with the conclusion, therefore God does not exist? If what he said couldn't reasonably be followed by, therefore God does not exist, then they weren't arguments. Instead of arguments, all we really got was a guy just saying stuff. And his fans mistook him saying stuff for him actually giving arguments against the existence of God. I'm beginning to see somewhat of a trend of popular online atheists. They usually talk about how they followed the evidence where it leads and logic and reason led them to their conclusions, because after all, they're not like those gullible religious people. But if these 20 arguments are vaguely representative of popular online atheism, then what we have is less about arguments and even less about logical and sound reasoning and more about feelings. They argue by selling people on feelings and emotions, not sound reasoning, not logic, and not facts. So why does this work? Well, it works because they're hijacking your emotions and making it sound intellectual. But in reality, they're not really saying nothing but stuff. What's ironic about this is the very thing they accuse religious people of doing. If you don't believe me, that's fine. I wouldn't expect for you to believe somebody just because they're saying stuff. I mean, I know you're smarter than that, but I want you to test this. The next time that someone gives you an argument against the existence of God, ask yourself, if what they said were true, would it follow that therefore God does not exist? Once you start to do that, I believe that you're going to start seeing what I see. But let's just say that you're still unpersuaded and you still find his arguments persuasive. Might I ask, what is it that you meme? So that does it for this series. If you watched all 20 of the videos, write that down in the comments down below so I can hit a heart on it or something like that, because to be honest, I'm impressed. And also, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button and also the notifications so you can be pretty cool and be in the cool group. After you do that, make sure you hit subscribe to Mike and Cameron's channels. I'll put those links on the screen somewhere around here. Their channels are really dope. I regularly watch their channels. So with that being said, this was fun. And if you guys like this and you want to see us do more stuff like this, or you want to see me do something like this with other creators, write that down below in the comments as well. And if we get enough people commenting and sharing and liking and all that, then I'll see what I can work out. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.